What is going on, everyone? And welcome back to the final week of May and our progression. So a lot of you guys may be wondering what's happening on the channel, and every month I like to do a recap, and well, I guess I do it weekly as well. But I wanted to talk about what's happening on the channel, some news. Today we watched the developer commentary from BDO, and it's basically telling us what's happening next month and the new region and all that stuff. So, as we all know, WUSA coming out next week as of the 31st of May, and then the new region, the Land of the Morning Light, coming out June 14th. That is an official day, I believe. And so, pretty excited for that. Thought it was going to be at the end of the month, but cool, now that we know. So, for the past week, I've really been standing here doing alchemy and really just making a lot of random stuff. We've been slowly but surely pushing our way to Guru alchemy, and that's a lot of what I did this week. And we started at alchemy 10 about like a week and a half ago, and now we're at, alchemy master 10 a week and a half ago. Now we are at master 25. So it's what happens when there is no mass alchemy in this game. It's just really slow, but slowly but surely we're making our way there. And I think I'm actually running out of alchemy tools soon, so I have to make some more. But anyway, what did I do this week? And let's show you a recap. So I have a screenshot. So let's talk about these. We have 8 videos. We had a few things start as well, the new season, the summer season. Let's start with the bottom right. So that's like 1 week ago all the way up to recent. So people like to ask me what I do in BDO, and basically that's what I do. I covered my daily routine and how I make silver, and it's just the daily activities that I do as well, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Next we have my PvE and PvP elixir rotation. So for all of you who are curious, let me show you, for example, real quick. For 99% of players, this won't really matter. But for the 1% of people who do group content or high-end group content and want to min-max a lot, you use elixir rotations over the one frenzy, which 99% of the time I use a frenzy when I'm grinding, just because I don't grind the top end 1% spots with my friends and stuff. So a lot of the things I do are solo. So I made a video basically covering all of the elixirs that I use and what I think are important for both PvE and PvP. So if you're interested in checking that out, it's more of like an endgame guide, not really a guide, but just here's what I use. So that's a lot of what I've been making, because we've been doing alchemy basically for the last 10 days, and we had to make a lot of potions and elixirs as well. So yeah, if you are curious, check that video out. I thought it was pretty unique, and I will say that 99% of you probably will never use it, so it's all good. The next thing we had was how to start BDO without seasons. So as you guys know, there is some downtime between when the season ends until the next season starts. And some people are very confused because everyone just tells you, oh, just do seasons. And then, like, well, that is technically better. I have a video on how to just do it without seasons, how to progress more or less equivalently. It's a little bit more work, but ultimately it's not that difficult. And if you are finding yourself starting between the seasons, that might help you. But right now we just had a season start, and just do that. Next we have the Pit of Undying rework, and with last week's patch there was a Pit of Undying thing that it's been in the game for quite a while, but it's just kind of not really worth doing. And now that they revamped the rewards and then tweaked some of the boss health and mechanics, I think it's worth checking out once again. So yeah, if you want to watch that, Pit of Undying, very interesting. It's very easy to get to. We covered all of that in that video, how to do it, what it's like, and just everything else. Next video, we have how I organize my town storages. That's a question that I've been asked a lot. I don't know why, but now you guys can see how I organize my town storages. That's pretty cool. And I think it was a good video to watch, not only just out of curiosity, but because some people are starting out and you're wondering, hey, where do I put certain items for various life skills? So for example, like Port Euphoria and Ilia Island, you use those for boat upgrades and bartering because they're closest to the ocean. Whereas if you have a central hub area, then you put all your enhancing mats there, and then you want to have like a certain area for like all your life skills, cooking, alchemy, processing, and all that stuff. So I showed you how I organized everything, and maybe it'll be interesting for you guys to watch. It's cool stuff. Next we have how I plan my gear progressions and like goal setting and making smart decisions. So a lot of people wonder, how do I go about picking my next piece of gear for my upgrade? And usually the short answer is get the thing that gives you the most stats for the least amount of silver. And that goes for basically everyone. But I told you how I go about setting goals and working on one piece at a time. Some interesting tips and tricks that you guys can follow along as well, whether you're a beginner or a veteran player. So as you guys know, as you progress further into the game, your progression gets a little bit slower because everything is dumb expensive, and one upgrade could take you like 3 months or an entire year. So just one of those things. And then the next two videos are my summer season. We usually do a mini series every time the season starts. This is like my 13th season, so we're gonna just kind of speed running it a little bit. But we're playing a Valkyrie this season, and if you guys want to follow the adventure of how I go about enhancing Tuvala, what fail stacks I use, how I go about leveling up, that's gonna be what's included in the series. Because yeah, I could get power leveled from like 1 to 61 in like 3 hours and just have the season done. But one thing I wanted to more or less go over was how you could go about all of this as like a beginner player and doing it solo. That way it's a little bit informative and hopefully educational for you guys. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot of stuff solo, even though it takes a little bit longer, but it's fine. We'll be covering the important parts of like how to enhance your Tuvala the Pen, what fail stacks I use, where to level up, various quests that are important to pick up, and all that stuff. So right now we only have 2 episodes. My Valkyrie is at like level 51 right now, so we'll be playing more a little bit later. So if you want to catch that series, it's a new playlist somewhere on the channel, and you can check that out. It'll be like summer season 2023 Valkyrie, something like that. But yeah, that's the videos that we've done this week. And what have I been doing in game aside from alchemy? Well, we have made a nice total of, I think, a little bit under 20 billion silver. Maybe we made 20 billion. And a lot of that is not, it's a little bit of profit, but it's more of me like setting materials and then basically turning all my raw materials that I saved up from alchemy and turning it into something else through the 15 levels of slow processing. Like right now we're making clear liquid reagents because I need that for like another material that's further up on the chain, but also mostly because it's something I have a ton of materials for, and then I could either sell to clear liquid reagents, and each stack of like 20,000 is what, like 200 mil, a little bit less than that. But yeah, overall, like I've just been making a lot of stuff and then selling it on the market. Obviously I keep the elixirs because I use them, but random other things I for the most part just sell it if I don't plan on using it. So that's where a lot of the silver this week came in from. Various things I've made, but slowly but surely we've been grinding up, and we got a nice total of like 1 costume this week. All I can say is I wish people would start selling more costumes, because whenever the new gloves come out, I've been thinking about basically saving all of my cron stones and hopefully slamming for a pet Dan's glove when it comes out. I think I'm probably going to spend a while getting the materials to get the gloves, because usually I don't get it instantly like other people, and it's usually more of a struggle for me because my RNG is just average, I guess. So ultimately, whenever the new region comes out, we're going to be doing the new content, of course, and we're going to be trying out all the cool stuff that's released, trying to get the gloves. That will be high priority, and then we'll be doing a big enhancing session. So whenever people sell costumes, hopefully I can get it, and we'll just be doing a big enhancing day one day. So yeah, with that said, that's basically it in terms of my upgrades and all my progression stuff for May. I think in May total we started out at like 34 billion silver just in the bank. Now we have 82, but we also bought a lot of costumes and stuff. So I think in total we made around like 60 billion this month on very casual gaming. Plus, like the past week I've been doing alchemy, and then the week before that the Tears of the Kingdom Zelda game came out, so I was kind of playing that. So basically I went hard for about 2 weeks and then played casually the rest of the 2 weeks. 60 billion this month, not bad, I'll take it. But we're just all waiting for the new region to come out, and we'll be back on it again. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, drop a quick like on the video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you come back, and we'll have some more seasonal stuff tomorrow, and maybe some more cool guide videos that I wanted to talk about in the near future as well. So with that said, thanks so much for watching. See you later.